to the races. See if we can get some good poker on today, which is a snow day. First thing I'm going to show you is so we're up a little bit now from our last couple sessions. Well, we recovered last session. I guess we're at 9:35:46, and look at this. So today's Wednesday? So over the last day or two, I haven't played yet today, but yesterday I earned $16. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. I am almost ready to retire on that $16. But let's just see if we can fire up a table and figure this out. Figure out how we can punt away our life savings. Let's go. Let's go. Are you kidding me? Seed has been taken. Come on now. Well, it doesn't look like it's been taken. Oh, no, it has been. How about this table? Come on, this is mine. This is mine. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. This is mine. Mine, all mine. There we go. All right, we are fired up and ready to rumble. Is that a copyright violation? What happened here? We only got 4 players. What happened to the table? There were 6, 5 plus me. We got better than you, is obviously it plays every second of every day. Leaving? What are you leaving for? My goodness. What you leaving for? We're gonna raise this guy for the heck of it. Oh, here's another player. All right, step right up, step right up. Okay, right. Random life form, love it. And of course, we've got the clown emoji. Emoji. Na 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 na, and I just can't get it. Na 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 na. Just can't get it back. Okay, we got 4. We need 2 more. 2 more players to step right up. And let's see what happens today. Ooh. Someone gonna get frisky. Get a little frisky. Come on, Joker. Ah, Jokers. He's 10 now. Well, I guess I could check that down. There are some possibilities here. With this type of a bet, it's not very polar. I could probably. I'm doing all of my initial bets either this or this. Like what's going on with the bet. And just trying to simplify things. Dick, how are you? Dick Locky. I mean, he's gonna stick around with the jack. Um, so just trying to figure out polarity. Look, polarity again. I don't think it really matters. At the end of the day, I don't really think it matters so much that I need to get a microscope and I worry about that too much, whether I go B75 or B33 on that. Um, you know, fold out a lot of lower pocket pairs. I fold out a lot with either bet, probably. Anything lower. Flush draw is going to stay in. You know the drill. What's something's going to stay in, what's not going to stay in. Any ace, which I might have dominated, is going to stay in. Yeah. If you're playing poker, you just remember position a lot. snow day in Thunder Bay. It's a snow day. Look at that. That's a what they call a dynamic flop turn. River makes it a little less dynamic, but it's still dynamic. Equity will be retained. This guy here, let's see. If this guy's mergy Fauchergy, then if he surged the merge, then might make sense to make a decently large bet. Let's be interesting. What's he gonna call with? He'll call with a queen. Uh, call with a 10, obviously. Is that a good bluff? Probably not. And the reason that I say that, it's not necessarily a bad bluff, but I would say by Dick here, but I would say that if you're going to get that past, it's got to be a big bet bluff. Just makes more sense, right? You run into the nuts and then you go half pot. Like what? What does that mean? Does that? It just doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense, right? So, I got the song in my head all day. Thought I'd feel this way, da-da, and I just can't get it back. Come on, pop me. 26, 27. Let's go. My ladies would love that. You're gonna repop? Mm, well, they would love it to a certain extent. All right. So, anybody who doesn't know me, never watched the stream before, any of that kind of stuff, I really just started streaming. I've been playing poker for years, but I really just started streaming like 13, 14 days ago, I think it was. So, got a bunch of videos and shorts and all that kind of stuff on YouTube. It hasn't been edited, so excusez-moi. I am, yeah, I'm just basically, on here to figure it. I'd throw the camera on. What the hell? Camera ready, baby. And if I can impart some fun, it just adds another element to the game, put it that way. Right? So if I can impart some wisdom, I mean, you might even go, this guy's full of shit, right? So it's totally fine. You're gonna learn either way, right? So I mean, that's just I don't take this game too seriously, but it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of elements to the game and a lot of elements to figure out. Like different players and their skill level and their betting patterns and not just the cards. Am I going to make a flush or a straight or any of that kind of stuff? But I mean, so we got check, check. So that's a little bit of a condensing action. This guy retains nut advantage. No, wait a second. No, yeah, he does. Because that guy was in the hand before, right? Is he big blind? No, he's big blind. So this guy retains an advantage. And yeah, he got out kicked. So um aces some kings with a kicker. Do, 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 do. And I'm always just trying to improve, right? It's a journey. So I just show beginning of the stream. I just show here's where I'm at money wise. And I only usually play a single table, so I've got some time to do stuff like analyze hands. A lot of times I time out. Not all the time, but I mean, I'm getting better. But sometimes I'll just time out on hands. Sometimes I do stupid things like time out on a when with top two, ace queen. I did that. If you ever watch one of my streams, my replays, they're all actually all in the inventory on YouTube. So Hey Boots Poker. And this is just fun. This is really for fun. It's not what I do for a living. But yeah, I've had some good conversations on here. People ask questions. Do you do this? Do you do that? You play tournaments? Do you da 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 da? I don't usually like tournaments. It's just not tournaments are not suitable for me. I'm not the massive fan of tourneys, but I will play a tournament. Not that I won't play a good tourney every once in a while, but I'm just not a tournament lover in terms of. Mm, Let's see here. If I'm gonna bet, it's gonna be small, and I can definitely bet that. That is not a. I mean, that does put some pressure. I might already be ahead. If he calls, I mean, he can call. He could either obviously calls. He's gonna call with the queen, but so I could bet again here. He's betting with a flush draw. He's calling with an eight. Let's just see here. Well, let's bet. If I'm going to bet, if I'm retaining my advantage, then I'm going to make two bets. Let's see what better than you does. Better than you. Got to remember, okay, when they call, I'm not always going to make that play, by the way. But when they call, they don't necessarily have top pair, right? Yeah, as you know, as a lot of people will know, but some people just sort of they'll hone in on the better hands. I mean, they're calling with draws, they're calling with second pair, they're calling with third pair. A lot of times, an ace and third pair, like an ace three there, definitely call, maybe a raise, right? Um, so just being aware, not just positionally aware, because positionally that was button and big blind, but being aware of their range and also being aware of the dynamics of the board and what tendencies people have, what they sort of do, kind of things that you pick up a little bit over time. I'm not a master guru poker player. Not sure what's going on here. I mean, okay, random life form. What, afraid of getting raised here? Um, so, uh, let's see here. I don't think that is a thingy dingy. So, no. We're just here to play some poker and have some fun. Really. At the end of the day, play some poker, have some fun. If you learn something, that's wonderful. Um, and feel free to comment at any time. Feel free to tune in, tune out, do whatever you want. You're gonna do that anyway, right? So I say to my daughter, I've got a daughter who's like in her 20s. And it's like I can say whatever I want to her, but she's gonna do whatever she wants, right? So you're gonna do what you're gonna do. Some people absolutely want to do things the hard way, right? So I always do things the hard way. Um, some people will take advice, some people will reject advice. Some people I mean, their ego gets in the way of them taking advice. So, and I've talked about this before, but I mean, generally what I try and do is not is instead of being someone who thinks they know it all, I would rather assume I know nothing. So there's a little bit of something in there, a little bit of something in there, but think this might be a thing some of the time, but not all the time. I mean, a lot of people would say, well, what are you doing folding sixes there? Well, it's just me. It's a frequency thing. Um, it's not that my range is super tight. I do like to three bet a lot. I like to get into that game. That's a fun game. Three betting is a fun game. So what I want to do is I want to get more into learning three bet spots. And when you get called, and so I have been better at that, and even raises. Uh, so raises, identifying bluff raise opportunities, not just for me, but what to do, how to react to bluff raises, potential bluff raises, and all of that jazz. So it's so much fun, isn't it? Isn't poker great? Against that, probably not, but it's only two, so yeah, what the yeah, all I need is a queen, so that's what I'm going to do. I can check raise here. Yeah, could check raise here, but is he going to go anywhere with a might be a better opportunity just to call. So I just need a queen. So he bet, and I could put some pressure on here, but I won't. I'm just going to check. And see, here's the thing. A lot of people will say, well, you probably should not. Um, is a king going to be successful? 8, 9, 10, jack. Probably should fold that, but I am going to call. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I got really, really, really incredibly lucky here. See if they decide to bet. Thought they were going to bet again. Hmm. Thought they were going to bet. Yes. I should have just ripped it. That was a thought. I did have the thought of ripping it, but they went bet, so I figured they might go bet again, even though I called. So, uh, people see, I didn't hit my implied odds, though. That's my problem. I did not realize my implied odds on that implied odd hand. So if all I'm going to do is just check it down or be checked down, I probably should have, if I hit, essentially hit the nuts on that hand, then should probably at the very least be 150. At least probably rip that one. When I say rip, I mean just all in. That might have been better. I would have put a lot of pressure. It'd be likely full, but top two? No, you didn't have top two. Eddie's jack. So first and third pair. Yeah, with what was out there, I mean, good chance they would have folded. So I'm probably milked out what I could have on that hand, but you never know. Some people just like to make the call, and I don't know what's in this guy's mind. This Shiva Chitrivan, CH3van, Shivan, Chevin. Could be Chevin, could be Threevan, could be Tuvin, could be Onevan. It's Chevin. CH3 van. Channel 3 van. Who knows, right? Okay, so that means that. All right, so welcome everyone. And I usually like to hop on. I'm actually in the midst of because I mean I got a few views. I ended up getting what? Fifth in my first 13 days, I ended up getting what 50,000, almost 50,000, 49.5 thousand views on the YouTube channel. Um, Not so much on Twitch, primarily because it's all shorts. I got the views with the shorts, and I have a whole bunch of shorts. So, and they're kind of funny, interesting. You know, they're convoluted though. They're basically AI generated, right? So, if you're gonna have AI generated shorts, sometimes the quality isn't good. There's a little bit of slop in there, but that's okay. So, I'm in the midst of looking at an editor, and so once I get them sharpened up, I think it's gonna potentially just take off. So. I'm hopeful anyways. And it doesn't even matter. All I'm looking for is if I can get, a few handfuls of people on the stream where I can talk to people and there's some intelligent questions and conversations and all that kind of stuff. Then yeah. Oh, what do we got here? Okay. Well, that deserves, I'm sure that deserves a bet. Even though it's 4.5546, I mean, it's low. So get him out of there. And what you don't want to be doing is you don't necessarily want to just be scared just because it's a monotone board. Hmm. And oh, my sweetheart is home. My lovely sweetheart is home. She'll probably come in. Do, do, do. Okay. See, try and pay attention to what's going on here. All right. So a lot of these people are calling. They're calling in, calling in the small blind. Hello. How are you?
Are you going to cornhole?
No, there is none today.
So can go in the driveway?
You absolutely can, but I was thinking about at some point in time going to get some. I was thinking about getting some stuff for the ice.
Put my car in later then?
Well, yeah, okay. My only hesitation with that is My only hesitation with doing that is the fact that I've got to move the seats, all that kind I don't mind moving the seats. I don't mind doing any of that kind of stuff. But just kind of screws things up when seats get moved. So, do I check down? I mean, no, I do not check this down. Hmm. 21, 25, 26. Let's go 26. Off raise. Keep the pressure on. His hand wants pressure. That is 43. Oops. That's just been it all. I wanted it. I wanted it. So you're hoping that they think you have a draw. So they think that I think that they think that I think. And maybe, let's see here. Pot was 50. I had 90. Did I have 90? Pot 50. Yeah, 57.50. I mean, I have 90 left. Yeah. So I basically I didn't even go 2x the pot. Right. So that's a fine bet. I could have 150'd it, but that hand, that board, that was the effective nuts probably getting close to. So that would have been the only thing that really beats me there is at that point in time was eight. There's definitely no aces there. So eights beat me, um, for sure. So I would have gotten called from that. Might have gotten a call from a heavily equity draw. I wasn't even thinking about pricing draws out or any of that kind of stuff. Just looking at my hand and seeing what the value of that hand was, and the value of that hand was pretty valuable. So, um, yeah, B150 would have left me with nothing as a stack. So if they call, yeah, maybe not letting them realize their equity. If they had equity, I mean, they must have had something, right? Let's see. Raise the river, called. No, didn't even call the turn. Raise the river. Sorry, raise the flop and then fold. Okay. It's a little bit of what they call a fast play there. So random life form is a lovely player. I'm sure a lovely person. Absolutely lovely. It's fun playing against them. And it's not necessarily just because of any skill level, it's just because it's fun, right? It's fun figuring out what people do. I don't care what skill level you are. Yes, sweetheart.
Get that tarp on, because now there's snow on everything. It's gonna ruin that table.
I'm sure I could do that. Yep, I can do that. We're in panic mode here. We are in panic mode. We don't need to be in panic mode. We don't. We just need to be chilled. Mhm, 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 mhm. All right. So again, I think you saw those rewards. Plentiful, plentiful from the octopi. Octopus, right? Octopus is singular. Octopi is plural. So from the octopus, which is me in terms of the rewards, at octopus level, it's only a promo level anyway. When you take 6 to 8 months off, then you sink pretty fast in the points. So my reward, $11. 11. Beautiful $11. Oh, do I repop this? Do I repop? Do I call? This is so. Oh my goodness. I want to do this so bad. I want to do this so bad. Uh, let's call. Let's just call. Just for fun of it. Just for the fun of it. How many people we got in this hand? Oh, I just called that, right? Hmm. Yeah. That's the stuff I used to do all the time, which is go into hands. Probably not the best call. Probably should have just raised there, right? What was I looking for? What was I looking for? So under the gun hijack. Yes, I should have raised that. That's it right there. Yep. Ace five was a good raising hand. Why? Why not? Why not? Blunder. Blunder, 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 blunder. I just made a blunder. Do, 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 do. Who just three bet me? That was the cutoff. I'm gonna re-raise here. What, 20? Yeah, 20. 21. Let's go point 0.5. Calling not the smartest out of position. So if they call, then yeah, I'm raising. I gotta fold that. No, I'm just talking to myself, honey. What are you doing? Yeah, okay, well, whatever. That happened and it happened. So, no use being upset about anything. Yeah, 49.5K views, which is kind of cool. I guess it shows that YouTube is, I mean, people are liking, they're consuming the shorts, right? So it's just little excerpts and clips of this, of me blathering on. And by the way, anybody who's paying attention, anybody's on the stream, thank you, and for tuning in. How's it going? I'm Canadian. How's it going, A? We're just gonna we're just gonna call that. We're definitely gonna call this. 3.1. I guess I could raise that, but let's just call this time. There we go. I got the nut flush draw. So Dick, I got to turn around and go big on Dicky boy. 75. Yeah, we're gonna go 150. What are you gonna bet with the nuts? Right? When you got the nuts, what are you gonna bet? Am I just gonna bet tiny? There's no way he's gonna raise me there. Um, when that black card came, I think he kind of shied away like it was like he just touched a hot stove. So Inky can do it. Inky can do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Inky. I like comments. Any comment. The funny thing is that what did I have a comment before? Well, I told this story too many times, right? But it's just so funny. Um, very first comment is like, you suck, basically. Loser. I had a comment, loser. That was on that was on my YouTube. I think it was either in a short, it was something like that, right? Loser. And it's like, this is not for you, old timer. So you can check top two. You can definitely check top two, and maybe they catch up, right? Or maybe they decide to probe the turn. Maybe they get too curious and they decide, here's a turn probe opportunity. So I'm just going to call that. Way to go. Thank you. And I mean, King 10, God bless you. You have King 10. God bless you. There's no way. I think it's very, very remote that he has ace. So I'm even going to call, probably going to call an all in here. If he did all in, he's polarized, so that deserves a smaller-ish bet. So I'm not going to go big here. I'm just going to go that. Hopefully he's got a queen. And I lose to ace queen, basically. There's no sets. There's no way he's got a set. Um, Queen Jack could have. See, I bet higher. You bet more, basically, into a merged range. So I'm not. That's why I'm not betting more. But he's thinking about it. My God, is he ever thinking? Thinking, and he decides to fold. Now, what could he have had there? Let's see. He bet. I checked down. He bet once. So on the turn, could have easily had a queen. I mean, queen anything, right? So, and then was just like, okay. But then checked the river. So that's kind of queenish for me. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a queen something, maybe a queen something suited. And, you could have had a queen 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, queen, even a queen 5 suited, something like that. Um, I mean, queen 6 suited, it's two pair. Um, anything like that, right? I mean, that was a big bet. Good chance because it was polarized. Good chance it was a bluff. Uh, no 10. No 10, my friend. So, it's only money came and went. You're right. It is only money. It just comes and goes that quickly. So anybody in the stream that actually saw that, somebody's saying good luck, my boy. That's the thing, right? Well, I know I'm young looking and all, but actually getting close to retirement age. Getting there. Not there yet. Not there yet. Raise and a re-raise and a raise again. And then one more raise. Trying to get these things paired. These Samsung earbuds. Trying to get them paired. And they will not pair. Somebody sent me a text, and here's the text. And it's got obviously blocked, right? So, got time to discuss something real quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just calling this. Can't really withstand too much bullets. The thing is that I could probably check raise this just because of the board. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check raise this pretty hard. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just bet here to realize my equity. If you bet, I'm gonna be betting as a one of those guys. Could be a little denial here. Could be just realization of equity, and obviously it's a bluff, right? So we have those, all of those considerations, and we say, yes, I will make a bet. Man, I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna win the hand with a four. That's for damn sure. So, um, sometimes you gotta just be a little bit. It's being aggressive. It's being creative, but not being foolish. You know what I mean? There is. I mean, with that board, I mean, there wasn't even nothing higher than a 10 on that board. It was very, it was very spread out, as they say, more of a static type board. I mean, something like that. A lot of times you see the hijack propensity towards higher hands. They probably would have bet a 10. Good chance. Two other players in the hand, they could have checked it down, check raised. So just looking at different opportunities and just kind of going, yep, yes, yes, check that lines up, that doesn't line up, and so on and so forth, right? And that is just me. And if anybody else has any other opinions on this, the moves, the kind of stuff I'm doing, all that, basically what I'm looking at doing is I'm actually looking at not only becoming better, but looking at edges where I can push, where you don't go too far, but where you can sort of start maximizing EV. That's really, that ends up being an evolution, right? So you want to get the theory down, and then once you get some of the theory down, obviously I'm not a poker encyclopedia or any stretch, but um, once you get some of the theory down, then you start going. All right, grab one of these. One of those little called acid pep pills. Had a lot of mortadella yesterday. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to take one of these here. Go. Get one of these. These are pretty good. They're called Ketone IQ. And as I'm sure you already know, I can suspect because I have such a small channel that I'm not being sponsored by anybody. So, um, I just like these ketone IQs because they are. Let's see what's going on here. Now, that is such a tight configuration. Peach flavor. Pretty good. It's got these exogenous ketones. Look it up. Google it. Chat GPT it. Gemini it. Grok it. Plex it. Or if you're Chinese, what is it called? What is theirs? Deep something? I can't remember what the Chinese one is called. I guess we don't. We still Google things, obviously, because Google's attached to Gemini, but it's more like a Chat GPT it. New age, new time, new everything as far as even moving over to poker. That'll be interesting to see when, how poker ends up being involved. And this is poker study. If it actually makes better poker players or not. Raise call. What do we got here? That was the high G. No, that wasn't the hijack. That was the cutoff. That's a call, but is that a raise? That is not a raise. So, mm, Scotty, Scotty. I mean, the only thing I could have done was raised him there, but I mean, he's probably playing fairly close to the best. And might have a lot of equity, so that would have been a dim 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 dum 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 move. Some moves are good, and some moves are dum da dum 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 da. Sometimes move works. The one thing you'll notice in poker, sometimes you make a move, it works, and you go, "Oh, that was such a great move. I'm so glad I made that." And then you don't go to your sim or any of that kind of stuff, and you don't try and figure it out. So you do it again. And then maybe it works twice. Well, that's probably even worse if it's a bad move. And then the next 10 times in a row, people just go like, what the hell? It doesn't work. And you lose money over the time, but you still think that's a good play because it worked a couple of times, right? And then sometimes people don't even figure it out. And sometimes people, um, the hell? Sometimes people take a long time to catch on. Sometimes they never do. And sometimes people do quickly. And the way that you figure it out quickly is by actually going back and testing it in what they call a sim. I'm sure most of the people that would be watching understand, or you can always Google Grok, whatever the heck, um, what a sim is. Just checking out my Upwork here. I actually even have the Upwork app. I don't even have the Upwork app. What is going on? That's strange. I don't have Upwork. Well, I gotta get back. No, I don't even need it. I don't even need the app. What the hell do I need the Upwork app for? I will just go on my browser and go Upwork, my jobs, my posting, proposal. 2, 3. I got this guy. Yeah, 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 yeah. This guy might be good too. Let's see here. All right. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm looking for um, video editor to really splice and dice and chop and do some stuff. We almost have a family pot here. What is going on? It's a big bet. What is the big bet for? The only way that that bet is going to be called is ace 8 call that bet? Depending on the player. I mean, I guess all ends up being player dependent, and then you start looking at position. You start looking at a lot of different things. Like a lot of people would say, well, I'm not calling that. Ace 8, is ace 8 a value bet there that large? Probably not. They might have just backed into a flush, trying to get value from their king. It's more value-ish against obviously 3 opponents. When you have a few villains that are chilling there and just waiting. So, you know, and I know, and they know. Hello, what are you cooking?
Put a roast in for you.
Okay, I still gotta eat that meatloaf. Delicious meatloaf. Ooh, she treats me good. She treats me good. I'm a lucky man. With some delicious food on the table, especially for a guy like me who generally tries to do the low carb-ish thing. Trying to keep that in check. So that's why these exogenous ketones come into play. So my stream is essentially, and the reason I said snow day, by the way, is because this is the first real snowfall that we've had up here in northern Ontario. Hmm. All right, what are we gonna do with 10? We're definitely raising Scotty. 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 What do we do if we get 4 bet by Scotty? Yeah, we're just gonna go all in. That's what we're gonna do. If Scotty. Scotty will be forever burned in my brain. Scotty. Probably most of the people haven't even seen that movie. All of the Austin Powers movies, which was just so funny. Are they politically correct? Would they actually even get away? Would they be able to make an Austin Powers movie nowadays? I mean, so many snowflakes out there. Snowflakes outside and there's snowflakes in. Let's just check that. Should I just realize my equity? Should I keep my thing down? Should I see if they bet me? Now let's just check that again. That's a pretty big bet. Now, got this. That could be a raise, could be a call, could be a, let's see here, weakness. I got a call. Yep. Okay. A lot of you watching are probably going, okay, well, what are they doing there? Why is that a call? Um, well, there's bluffs. That's why. Bluffs in the range. So, when you have bluffs in the range, like ace with that sizing, almost pot, that's kind of like make up for lost ground. So it was check, check. Um, Maybe a better move was, no, well, obviously with the deuce, I would have ran into a freight train. But let's just see here. So if they were completely out of the hand, let's just look at this texture here. Yeah, that's an under bluff line, I think. Gotta remember that. Check, check, 80%. Check, check, 80%. So we check it all down. Yeah, okay. I gotta remember that. There's a blunder right there as well. Blunder. That's a blunder. And the blunder is that I should have folded there because it's an under bluffed line. It's actually more of an under bluffed line if you are check check 80% or even pot. I mean, that's a reg, right? So, I mean, what do you do against a reg there? You fold. What do I do with sevens is the question. We are going to raise, of course, because the choice that we love. We like to raise. We could, we could absolutely call. And what do we do with sevens when I get four bet? Cut off four bet is that's not even that is not even yeah, that's a call. That is a call. Hmm. I think that smacks their range right in the face. Doesn't smack my range, that's for damn sure. Ace queen. I mean, ace queen is pretty freaking common there. What I would have. What would he call me with? Should I bet for some little bit of protection here? Let's just see what happens. So, a nine. I would absolutely, I mean, absolutely. I got a blocker, but it's not necessarily a great blocker. I think what we should do is we should go all in. What's 150? That's 87. I think what we should do, so he called. I think I should just go all in. There we go. And it gets passed. So, lesson for everyone that you don't necessarily need to. I mean, if the flush comes, why is he not betting? Could be tricky trappy, dicky trappy, but it just goes to show you that, I mean, he doesn't know that about seven or sevens. So, I mean, just play the hand. Play the hand. Don't get too frisky, but I mean, he capped his range by checking. Then I bet small. So, I mean, maybe he's got like just some kind of an ace, you know, a completely non unrelated ace offsuit sort of thing. And maybe like a black ace five, something like that, where he's like, okay, well, I can hit the queen, get my straight. And as long as it's, not too scary, not a club queen, then we're good. Then I can still survive in this hand. Because he would do that. He'd probably re-raise with ace five, something like that. And again, just trying to think of what he could have. Other than that, I mean, what else? Ace, like if he's got ace 10 or something, could call, and then that comes, I go all in. Yeah, that would push him out. Ace 10, ace jack, something like that. Yep. So there's a whole bunch of possibilities in terms of hands that he had. But again, I took the initiative there. Well, by the horns, and he didn't have enough equity to check call the flop and then check the turn. I mean, it's pretty weak, right? That's like a capped range. So takes away a lot of his nuts. I mean, I'm sure he ain't doing that with kings, right? Kings or aces. He's gonna stay in the mix. Um, so yeah, that was a scare card. That was this. That was that, right? But I was able to do that partly because of stack sizes. So it really wasn't too much more than a B150. And so this is a little bit better for this right here. Obviously, the big blind. So check that down. Could have anything here. Blind versus blind. I mean, could be a 10, could be a 9, could be an 8, could have a 6 in there. Or could have the straight already, but could have two pair easily. Um, this person has more premium, so it's more like ace 10, ace this, ace that. Jack, queen jack, possibly could have the top end. Um, could just be bluffing with some equity, right? Could have king queen and just be bluffing because they have a gapper and they have some redraw. So whole bunch of stuff. I mean, you can call the bet that small bet with an over. They raise. They could easily be raising that small bet with an over. Oh, he said thumbs down. And again, I mean, people play games with. Oh, it's the. Oh, oh, and you know what? Who cares? Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. Throw that money at the tens. So really, if you think about it, there's a lot of excitement. Like it's probably this is probably GG. I don't know compared to the other sites. I don't play too many of those, but definitely compared to Stars. I mean, there's a lot more excitement. There's more fun going on. There's stuff. They did jazz it up. I mean, the rake is just pretty crazy. I mean, if you get a 5% rake, that's hefty. That's a hefty rake. But um pretty cool graphics, man. And just their whole systems are this, there's that. They've got all these fun, fancy tournaments, fish buffet, blah, 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 all the noise. Oh, we got a poker stud here. A poker stud. I think poker stud is an up and coming superstar. That's what I think poker stud is. But you never know. Poker stud might just be already a well established professional. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, rake, all that. Excuse me, moi. Um, so yeah, you know what? You're gonna want to play to get some rake back, obviously. But at the same time, it's a little more. It's kind of interesting just to be playing on a kind of a fun site, if you will. Queen Jack. I think I am. There's frequencies there. There's frequencies there, meaning fairly infrequent. We'll throw it in there every once in a while. It's a little spice. It's a little paprika to the dish, right? Give it a little something different, a little zip. So what was I saying? Raking all that. I mean, it is what it is. Thing is that so many people have just gravitated towards this platform now that I mean that's where people play. So that that okay against under the gun. I think that's just a fold. Yeah, that's absolutely a fold. Against the button. Yeah. Okay. Did I have a queen? No, I only had a 10. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Better than you, as cold as ice. People always also come here to watch my stream. They want to hear my singing. Look at the Baxter, man. The Baxter is just, he's raking it in today. It is kind of a fun-ish. Like better than you had an Israeli flag and then I think a Dutch flag and then back to an Israeli flag. And so, I mean, they keep switching allegiances on us. All right, let's go. Ace Queen pocket pair ish. If I was to pocket pair ish, I'd be pocket pair ish. It's blinds. We got to remember blinds, right? So there could be some upward suited connectors there. Like Queen Jack suited. Let's see, big blind range. So let's see here. You got to re-raise, right? So big blind raised and then small blind re-raised. So you're calling with probably re-raising with a lot of pocket pairs, right? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Not the best. Not the best. Not the best outcome. Okay. So, what are you calling there with Jack 10 suited, 10-9 suited? I mean, yeah, you're probably calling with some suited connectors. A whole bunch of suited connectors there. A lot of your premiums yeah, king queen suited that you might be calling with there. That's interesting. It's an interesting thing going. Hmm. Because I'm thinking again, not pocket pair heavy, unless they're super low, but like fours or something. Maybe six, sevens, eights, nines, ten, jack. I mean, a lot of them, I think, were probably poker stud, poker stud. Let's see if you bet again. Bet, check. No, you're not even betting poker stud. Um, yeah, like anything up there is going to it's probably just going to pop it and go all in, right? I mean, you could see sixes go all in there, sevens, eights, I mean, just with that configuration. And depending on the player, right? Three bet 10%. I mean, those are pretty darn reggae stats. Reggae, man. Reggae. We got some reggae man stats. Ivers. Okay. Scotty. Scotty. We're going to give it one bullet. Ka-ching! Out of the chamber. He calls Scotty. This might be a give up. Might be a give up. But then, oh, I might get refreshed here. I might get refreshed. So that is a good card for me. So basically, I think if I'm going to bluff, a lot of pressure on Scotty. Gonna check bet line. So yeah, that card, I mean, he's probably not loving the fact that the ace came. And sometimes you're going to get picked off, but that gets through a decent amount of the time. We're just reading the situation. And again, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I'm always honing. You're always honing. Kaizen, right? Look up Kaizen. Kaizen. Continually sharpening the blade. The continuous process of sharpening the blade. Oh, that reminds me that I need to email somebody. No, 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 no. Like, well, would I rather tune into Spraggy or would I rather tune into this guy? 99.99999% of the time, Spraggy. 1% little outlier goes, hey, I'm going to check this guy out. And I can actually post something in his chat and he's going to answer it. Although he doesn't have the millions that Spraggy does. Well, put it this way, I'm not as successful in poker as Spraggy, that's for darn sure. Um, I don't even know why I'm talking about Spraggy right now. It's because I just watched his stream, a little bit of his stream on Twitch. I mean, he's pretty chill. Good poker player, pretty chill. Just seems like a cool dude. You just see my line. My bet check bet line talking about that's under bluff. What was it? I was in the cutoff. No, I was under the gun. I'm telling you right now that it's so underbluffed. It's a great line that I took. I mean, underbluff texture. Yeah, triple Broadway. We're gonna check this down. Overbet, huh? Overbet. Overbet. I got a king. That. No, we're gonna let it go. 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 Bet check bet. Mm, yeah, that's heavily overbluffed. See, they didn't really know that. They didn't know that, but that line is heavily overbluffed. A little snidely whiplash for you. Getting a little hungry. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. People looking at my profile. Somebody- Good, 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 good. Dun, dun, dun. Black Friday sale. Let's see here. Let's go in and see what goes on. In, on, up, down, all around. I'm gonna let it shine. Okay, under the gun, baby. Uh, I don't think I'm gonna raise this, right? No, I raise this a certain percentage of the time, but I'm not going to raise this right now. This is going to be should be a check raise opportunity or a donk opportunity. It's going to be a check call and then a big, biggity. So I raise to deny. What's the Baccarino going to do? Yeah, just chase him out of everything, don't I? So with that, he doesn't even have a draw. So we're going to go big. We're going to go big. Hopefully he's got a king. That would be amazing. Ace king will be phenomenal. Phenomenal. Oh, ace king wouldn't be as great now, would it? Two pair. Two pair. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. A call from a king. Sweet. Why did I say ace king though? Just because, well, I did the right thing. My brain was going ace king, and I was like, what? 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 There's no way he's just got ace king. I mean, he could have ace king easily, but there's a whole bunch of other kings in there. It's like, I'm so glad he's got a king. So glad he's got a king. King is a nice common hand in his pack, in his thing. Ace king, he crushes me, but he's not going to raise me with ace king, right? He's going to call. So I lose. So it's not even, well, it's bluff, a little bit of bluff, a little bit of denial, but you want to get a call from a king, anything. Beautiful king, queen, king this, king that. Now, if he happened to have, he didn't have the red ace because, or the red king, let's just say he had a red king and a blue ten or jack or whatever. Could have gotten frisky. Could have gotten frisky and just re-raised me. Then that would have put me to a decision. Probably going to have to. Let's go on. Let's run it twice. See if a red card comes. No. Let's see if a red card comes. No. Too bad. Too bad, poker stud. You're still the poker stud, though. We're not taking that away from you. I'm gonna let it shine. The only problem is, do I bluff here? I got a three. So I just gotta check, tear the three down, see what the frick happens. There we go. I mean, seven and eight, like unlikely. Did I miss a bet? Did I miss a bet? Am I gonna get a call from an ace? No, no. That's what they call. That would have been a real thin bet, super thin. But with one person, but with two, check call. Maybe, maybe check call. Gets one person, could be a bet. Different dynamics, different situation, different everything. Said the nitty kid. Dun 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 dun. Said the nitty kid. Dun 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 dun. Said the nitty kid. Bum 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 bum. Said the nitty kid. Home at night. Mm 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 mm. The nitty kid. Mm 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 mm. Like it. Mm. The nitty kid. You say I won't be alone. The nitty kid. Do, do, do. Don't like it. The nitty kid. But you know I'm a liar. The nitty kid. Oh, fire. Do, 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 do. Said the nitty kid. Fire. Nitty kid. The nitty kid. Oh my God. I'm in a mood today. I think it was that ketone IQ, which I'm not sponsored by. Maybe one day ketone IQ will just be like, wow, this guy's got so many viewers. He's got more than three. That'll be down the road. That's in the future. Sit the nitty kid. Sit the nitty kid. What has he got there? Are those knives in his hand? They're not dinner forks. He's not like, bring me my meal, woman. Those look like knives, but they're kind of, or maybe they're his handles. Maybe those are his skis. Are those possibly his skis? Maybe he's just hanging on to his skis, getting ready to go down the run, and he's really intense. That's a possibility. It's a definite possibility. I love that. Good luck, my boy. My boy, thank you, Dad. Oh my goodness. It's ketone IQ kind of stimulates your brain. It really does. It might open up new neural pathways. You say you don't like it. Sit the nitty kid. Sit the nitty kid. I think that's India, right? Indian. What? I just have the one or two Indian clients, and just happens to be a doctor. Raise, said the nitty kid. Raise the nitty kid, said the nitty kid. Raise the nitty kid. Raise the nitty kid. Mm, 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 mm. Boom! The nitty kid. Raise the nitty kid. Do, 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 do. Am I gonna go to war with the nitty kid? Said the nitty kid. I mean, ace king. My God, what does that mean? Does that mean aces? Does that mean aces? I guess I got a raise. I guess I got a raise, huh? Do I raise? Do I call? What has he got left? He's got lots, right? I'll just call the 37, see what happens here. There's a lot in there. Do you have aces? If you have aces, I'm fudged. 33 into 142. I mean, I got a call, right? Could be beat already. Fuck. All right. You can have it. Kings. Ace, king, kings, queens. Queens, yeah. That's tough. Could be aces. Just dominated there. Just dominated. Got stuck. Got lost in the hand. You know. Oh well. Stuff happens, right? Probably should have called the. I mean, he's playing all that pressure. Even if I hit, yeah, should not have called. Should not have called the turn. That's a fold. Mistake. Calling the turn was a mistake. Probably just being in the hand altogether was a mistake. But calling the turn was definitely a mistake. I mean, is he going to do that with queens? Probably on the low end. But he probably had kings or aces. Small. Hmm. Yeah, I needed so much help. I think I was drawn dead. Definitely after the flop, I was drawing dead. Oh well, live to learn. Maybe I just fold. Do I fold ace king suited? It's tough to fold ace king suited. When the hell do you fold ace king suited? The only problem is, I tried to play it because of the fact that we're so deep. We are so deep. Some guy's got a profile that says, it's only money. Well, that's true. It is only money. Said the nitty kid. I said the nitty kid. Okay, how long have I been streaming? 91 minutes. I think I might have to go to dinner pretty soon. Maybe come back later. Come back later, have some more fun, donate a little more money. So that would be, I think I'm down 25 whole dollars today. I'm playing pretty good overall, except for that ace king hand. Uh, hmm. So you're just hoping they have pretty much. I mean, if they're gonna do that, they're gonna re-raise like a maniac. Then, I mean, aces or kings. I block both. Pushes it towards queens. Queens will probably do that, but I mean, queens likes that flop. Ace king is like hanging on by a thread. That's my only hope. And I'm already getting close to pot committed. Um, hmm, okay. Those are the hands you just think about. I don't like that. Now, do I raise now? Do I raise later? Let's see what the Baxter does. I think this is just a call. What are you gonna do, Baccarino? You're literally going to check me? I do not. 8. I think I have to just bet this again. See what the Baccarino does. He's probably going to fold. Oh, okay, full house. What is he calling me with here? What the hell is he calling me with? There's no freaking way. Just 150? All in. Strong. Busted draw, this, that, whatever. It's likely he's not going to call. Oh, it's interesting. He's actually thinking about it before he folds. Actually thinking about it. Let's play some more hands with the Baxter. Oh, king in the north. He's not king of the north. He's king in the, not to be confused with king of the north. Copyright infringement. Is he being called the king of the north? Jon Snow, the king of the north. I can smell some delicious food. I think I'm gonna have to pack it in for a bit. Lick my wounds. Actually, I'm pretty pretty much broken even, right? I mean, yeah, very close. I think I'm down like $10 or something like that. Full house. One more hand. One more hand, then we sit out. Ooh, better than you. Better than you. Well, what kind of bet is this? It's kind of a low, polarized. Okay, here we go. All right. So, yeah, let me just show. I'll show everyone where I was. Well, I think I was at 9:35 when I started. So, what are we at today? What are we at now? What is the big total? There it is right there. That number says it's a little bit off to the side there, but it actually says 819 once I close the table. It'll be at 919. There you go. Oh, sorry, 931. I'm down by $4. Ooh. Anyway, thanks everyone. Anybody who tuned in, anybody who watches the restream, and check me out YouTube, all that, Twitch, and got some TikTok videos too. They're not bad, to be honest. Um, not like great or anything because I still have to get an editor. But other than that, thank you so much. All right, you have yourself an unbelievable evening. I might even be back later this evening, depending on how I feel. But we'll go from there. All right.